with Z. My name is Zamel Solanki, and it's an absolute pleasure to be joining each and every one of you again on another episode this morning. And if you are watching live, give me a like, give me a heart. You know the deal, because at the end of the day, this is all about energy exchange. And that's what we're all about, because at the end of the day, energy is the way in which we operate. It's the way in which forms our state, forms our level of cognition, forms the way in which we want to play, whether it be full out or reserved, on the sidelines, whatever it might be. Our energy and our state of energy is all that matters. And when it comes to the awesome energy that people resonate with, a special shout out to those that are in the Limitless Network, because the Limitless Network is a group of like-minded healthpreneurs looking to not only better their own health and well-being, but the health and well-being of others as well, and a community that we're building up and creating to do just that. So if you haven't checked it out, the details are in the description box below. And for those that are in the group, you'll know that every Friday we drop an exclusive episode of Tea with Z in that group. And last Friday, we were joined by a very special guest that hasn't been on an episode on Tea with Z for a while. And you can definitely go and check it out there. And like what's already happening now, good morning, Tash. Thanks for dropping a comment in the comment section. If you are watching live, definitely drop a comment in the comment section. Give us a shout out, because at the end of the day, I don't actually get to see who's actually watching. All I do is I get to see just little icons just showing me who's watching on what platform. So we're streaming live this morning to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So a big shout out to wherever you are in the world watching this at this point in time. But if you are watching a replay as well, definitely drop a comment for your takeaways in the comment section below. But that's enough of an intro for me today. Let's get stuck into it, because we know that time is of the essence. It is December. We're just about to reach the conclusion of the first week of December already. Can you believe it? It's absolutely crazy. Literally 3 weeks. 3 weeks to go till, we're I guess in the thick of all of the Christmas festivities. And I can't believe how fast this week has gone. It's absolutely been absolutely crazy. So, planning for the busy. We all know that the busy period is very fast upon us, if not already upon us. Already now, what is, the busyness sort of involved? What does it impact for us? Well, busyness tends to take our eyes off the prize, or it gives us laser focus. So which category are you in? Are you one that, with the busyness, you kind of step back and start to procrastinate? Or does it give you a deadline to focus on and really hone your skills in order to meet that target? And whatever it may be, there's going to be different stresses along the way. And with those different stresses along the way, what are we going to encounter? We're going to encounter frustrations, annoyance. We're going to deviate potentially from what we're setting out to achieve. And as a result of that, we might feel that we're not actually achieving what we need to achieve. Or there's so many roadblocks and challenges coming up on and in our way that really, really start to put us down. And I'm just reading an article this morning, and all of a sudden, as a result of the pandemic, and unsurprisingly, we've seen massive amounts of prescribing in the areas of mental health take place. There's been a big push in recent years as well to, I guess, reduce the antibiotic prescribing. And so we've seen antibiotic prescribing and prescription filling drop. But the pandemic has really seen and really, I guess, exaggerated the mental health impacts. Not exaggerated is the wrong word. Probably really just identified the enormity of the mental health conditions and mental health impacts that things like isolation, job insecurity, family conflict, all of these things play in our world. Now, when you add busyness to this, when you add stress to this, well, what is it going to play? And there's a truck ton of research and evidence that supports that having a plan to manage and allow you to, I guess, wade yourself through the busy periods of time allows us to significantly reduce our stress levels. And by significantly reducing our stress levels helps us to ensure that we can stay on track and our mental health and performance can be our number one priority. And when you look at this coming to this busy season, and working in the healthcare industry, we see this all the time. When we're referencing that, Christmas is upon us, these holiday seasons are upon us, family gatherings are upon us, the amount of stress and anxiety that starts to build up and can be quite profound. And so, as healthpreneurs, what are we doing to deal with that, not only for ourselves, but for others as well? As you know, we've got a young family. And that in itself brings about different challenges and awesome challenges of that, but still brings around its own challenges. For you, what is your work family like? What is your personal family like? What challenges and roadblocks are standing in their way as a result of you starting to get so busy and inundated with everything that is going on? And last week we spoke about communication and the role in which communication enables us to weather a lot of storms in the planning process. But I'm going to take it now one step a little bit further. What are you planning now to be your contingency? What are you planning now when shit is about to hit the fan? What are you planning to make sure that you can weather those storms? If you've spent 2 days, preparing this amazing feast for all of your family, and then lockdown happens, what's your contingency? If you've spent days planning an event as a health business, promoting a health service or something like that, and all of a sudden things change, well, what is your contingency for that? And so that's what I really wanted to touch on today, is not only planning now for the busy, but planning for the extreme busy. The extreme busy when shit is really just hitting the fan and you just don't know what is happening. How are you planning for that? What are your plan Bs and what are your plan Cs? And if anything has taught us how to plan for contingencies, it's the pandemic. But my question to you is, have you actually planned? Have you actually reviewed what has happened in your life and translating those lessons now into a period where the chances of something going wrong are even more heightened, even greater? And as a result of that, what are you doing now to mitigate that? What are you doing now to mitigate those risks and to ensure that you as a healthpreneur can ensure the mental health and well-being is at its optimal peak performance for yourself, for your family, and for your community, for your patients, for your consumers, and for your customers, for your team, How often are you checking in with your team and checking in to ensure that their mental health and performance is at the peak, is working optimally? Because you don't know what their stresses are outside of the work. And the old adage of here's the bucket at the door, go leave your problems at the door, dump it in the bucket and walk into work with your game face on has long disappeared. That used to be, and I grew up in, I guess, an industry with a big culture around that, and yet as healthpreneurs, we welcome, I guess, problems being come into our door because that's what our patients are there for. They don't drop their problems at the door and then walk in all bright-eyed. No, they bring their problems into our workspace. And so what difference is it then between our consumers, our patients, our customers, and our team? If we have that same adage of dropping, your problems at the door, you know what, I'm too busy to deal with this. Come in, game face on. Well, what's that saying for what our role is as a healthpreneur? What is that saying for what we do and the responsibility we play as healthpreneurs? Not to welcome that, not only for our patients, our consumers, our customers, but for our team. And so planning around that, planning dedicated times, planning time out even to work on this and to have that break, to protect that space is going to be even more vital. Not only now moving into this busy period, but for the expectations that our consumers, our customers, and our patients place on us, but also our team place on us as leaders. We've spoken a lot about the great resignation, the great shift, all of these different dynamics in team and expectations for our team and from our team. So where is this playing out? Where is this playing out for you at the moment? How are you going to plan for the busy, but also what comes with the busyness? It's not just the, I guess, the transactions, the money coming in or whatever it might be. Because for a lot of people, this is, some businesses make 50% of their revenue in this 6 to 8 week period. But parking that aside, how are you now planning for the busy? And as a result, planning for the busy, how are you planning to minimize the impacts of the busyness, the negative impacts of the business, the taxing impacts of the busyness on your team and as healthpreneurs on your community? So that's my question for you today. And I'm really keen for you to drop comments in the comment section below, because as you know, interaction drives conversation and conversation drives interaction. So let's make this as interactive as possible. Drop it in the comment section below. And I really, really look forward to hearing from you. But if you haven't yet, head on over and join the Limitless Network as well. The descriptions for how to join, I guess, are in the description box below as well. The details are all in there. So definitely head over to there as well. But that's it from me today. Plan for the busy, but plan for the impacts of the busy. That's my takeaway for today. But let's hear how you're planning to do it. And share. That's what it's all about, is sharing your tips and tricks to help others along their own healthpreneur journey as well. Because as you know, we have people from all over the world watching this. We've last time I checked, we had about 6-7 different countries tuning in, which is absolutely awesome. So that's it from me today. Have an absolutely amazing day. Stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to catching up with you very, very soon. Well, actually tomorrow. So have an awesome day and catch you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.